Hello, today we will discuss about the use of cost and revenue data in tactical decision making. To make sound decision, the user of cost information must be able to decide what is relevant to the decision and what is not relevant. Maybe some of you have a question. What is tactical decision making? Tactical decision making consists of choosing among alternatives with an immediate or limited end in view. Accepting a special order for less than the normal selling price to use idle capacity and increase this year's profit is an example. The immediate objective is to use idle productive capacity to increase short-run profit. Thus, some tactical decisions tend to be short-run in nature. However, it should be emphasized that short-run decisions often have long-run consequences. In fact, all tactical decisions should serve the overall strategic goals of an organization. A general tactical decision making has 6 steps. Step 1. Recognize and define the problem. Step 2. Identify alternatives as possible solution to the problem and eliminate any unfeasible alternatives. Step 3. Identify the cost and benefit associated with each feasible alternatives. Eliminate the costs and benefits that are not feasible, that are not relevant to the decision. Step 4. Compare the relevant costs and benefit for each alternative. Step 5. Assess qualitative factors. Step 6. Select the alternative with the greatest overall benefit. Okay, I will explain each step now. Step 1. Define the problem. To illustrate the steps of the process, consider an orange producer. Each year, 20% of orange harvested are small and odd shaped. These oranges cannot be sold in the normal distribution channels and have simply been dumped in the orchard for fertilizer. The owner is not satisfied with this approach and want to determine the best way to handle this orange. Step 2. Identify feasible alternatives. Several alternatives are being considered. First, sell the orange to co-farmers. Second, bag the orange, 1 kilogram bags, and sell to the local supermarket as seconds. Third, rent a local canning facility and convert the orange to orange sauce. Fourth, rent a local canning facility and convert the orange to pie filling. Fifth, continue with the current dumping practice. Of these alternatives, Alternative 1 was eliminated because there were not enough local co-farmers interested in the orange. Alternative 5, the status quo, was eliminated at the request of the owner. Alternative 4 was eliminated because the local canning facility didn't have the equipment needed to produce a pie filling. However, the local canning facility equipment could be used to produce orange sauce, making alternative 3 possible. Finally, since a local supermarket agreed to buy 1 kilogram bags of irregular orange, and bagging could be done at the warehouse, alternative 2 was also a possibility. Alternative 2 and 3 were deemed feasible. Step 3. Predict costs and benefits and eliminate irrelevant costs. Suppose that the orange producer predict that labor and materials, bag and ties, for the bagging option would cost 5,000 rupiahs per kilogram. The 1 kilogram bags of orange could be sold for 15,000 rupiahs per bag to the local supermarket. Making orange sauce would cost 12,000 rupiahs per kilogram for facility rental, labor, orange, cans, and other materials. It takes 1 kilogram of orange to produce 1 kilogram cans of orange sauce. Each 1 kilogram can will sell for 25,000 rupiahs. The cost of growing and harvesting the orange is not relevant to choosing between the bagging alternative and the orange sauce alternative. Step 4. Compare relevant cost and benefit. The bagging alternative costs 5,000 rupiahs to produce a 1 kilogram bag, and the revenue is 15,000 rupiahs per bag. Thus, the net benefit is 10,000 rupiahs per kilogram. For the orange sauce alternative, revenue is 25,000 rupiahs and costs 12,000 rupiahs. Thus, the benefit is 13,000 rupiahs per kilogram sauce. Of the two alternatives, the orange sauce option offers 3,000 more per kilogram than the bagging option. Step 5. Assess the qualitative factors. Qualitative factors are those that are very difficult to translate into rupiahs. For the orange example, the producer currently is not involved in producing any orange consumer product and is reluctant to move into orange sauce production. He has no experience in this part of the industrial value chain and know little about the channels of distribution for orange sauce. An outside expert would need to be hired. Additionally, the rental opportunity is a year-to-year issue. In the long term, a major capital commitment might be needed. Bagging the small orange, on the other hand, is a product differentiation strategy that allow the producers to operate within familiar territory. Finally, step 6. Select the best alternative. While the orange sauce option is a bit more profitable, the qualitative factors argue against it. Therefore, the bagging alternative should be chosen. This alternative maintains the current position in the industrial value chains and strengthens the producer competitive position by following a differentiation strategy for the small odd-shaped orange. The 6 steps define a simple decision model. A decision model is a set of procedures that, if followed, will lead to a decision. This illustration for tactical decision making for the orange producer. Step 3 and 4, define tactical cost analysis. Tactical cost analysis is the use of relevant cost data to identify the alternative that provided the greatest benefits to the organization. This tactical cost analysis includes predicting costs, identifying relevant costs, and comparing relevant costs. As we have seen, however, tactical cost analysis is only part of the overall decision process. Qualitative factors deserve more discussion. Now, I will divide you into 3 groups with different assignments. Group 1, answering questions. What is tactical decision making? Tactical decision are often a small-scale decision that serves a large purpose. Explain what this means. What is relevant cost? Group number 2 becomes the group that criticizes group number 1 answers. Group number 3 becomes the group that makes a decision alternative 1 or 2 should be chosen. Now I will give you all 10 minutes to read the problem. After that, group number 1 will present the answer in about 10 minutes. Group number 2 are welcome to criticize the answer from group number 1 after they have presented. Finally, group number 3 must choose the best alternative, the answer from group 1 or 2. Now, I ask you to count from 1 to 3, starting from those of you who sit in the front, counting the number 1, followed by students who are nearby with the number 2, then students who are nearby call the number 3. If it reaches number 3, the next student returns to counting from 1 to 3 until all students in the class have a number. Students who have the same number become friends with the group. Let's go. Yeah, start from 1.